What's going on, everyone? Investor here. It's time for my weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos. So this last week, I was able to deposit $225 into the account. So you can see here now, my account is sitting at just over $20,800 or $20,847.25. And you can see over the past month, it's been kind of a little bit of a roller coaster with the account dipping down to $20,200 at some point during the month there, a little later in the month, I would assume. But seems to have rebounded right back up to about the $20,900 range. So hopefully this upcoming week we can break into that $21,000 mark. So if you look at it from last week, I was up about $306, but $81 if you take out the deposit. So a total of $306 counting the deposit. So the week started out rough. Monday, Tuesday, everything was down pretty good, but Friday's rally seemed to bring everything all back. So kind of ended the week real nice for me. So you can see here, Friday was up $319. So pretty good day, especially the way that the week started out. This past week, I also received 3 dividend payments from Walmart, ticker WMT, Arbor Realty Trust, ticker ABR, and Starbucks, ticker SBUX. So I also sold out of 2 positions. So I'll stick around for that here in a minute. We'll cover that and why. As well as possibly this upcoming week, I'm going to sell off another one, maybe 2. I'm not certain, but there is one more that I'm looking to possibly sell off, and I'll get into that when we get over to the spreadsheet. But so this upcoming week, aside from possibly selling those off, I am scheduled to receive 5 dividend payments. So Johnson & Johnson, JEPI, QQQY, JEPY, and Tesla. So even though I plan on using the dividends from QQQY, JEPY, and Tesla to put into other holdings, as I mentioned, a video tour ago, it's time to start taking those dividends and putting them into something that I know that I'm going to hold on to a lot longer. So as well as just dollar cost averaging, like what I've been doing normally for the rest of the time period, just trying to add to things where they're struggling or whatnot, or adding into things that I'm really trying to boost, especially the ones that I've got for the goals that I've got for the year. So let's jump over to that spreadsheet. I'll show you what I've been up to. All right, guys, taking a look at the spreadsheet. I think the first thing to probably notice here is the 2 positions I sold out of here, as the minus signs here on the difference column will denote. So first one being I sold out of my position of Verizon. Verizon was one that, when I first started getting going, probably did what a lot of people do and saw, a company that's been around for a minute and it's got a big, nice dividend yield, so put money into it. But, it probably wasn't the right choice then, but hey, when you're new, you got to learn. Luckily enough, I was up on the position, so I didn't lose any money. But to me, Verizon just isn't going anywhere. Yeah, the dividend is nice, but in the grand scheme of things, I also want the stock to grow. I want the company to do well. After taking a look and really analyzing things and applying kind of what I've learned this last year and some change, that it just doesn't fit the bill anymore of what I'm trying to do. So off it went. As well as Rhythm Capital, it's kind of the same thing. It was actually up quite a bit. I think I was up about 27% on the position, but it didn't equal a lot of money. I think it was a difference between like $8 and $10 stock price. So this was also one that just didn't fit the bill anymore. So you can see I only had 10 shares of Rhythm and I only had the 14 shares of Verizon. So not an incredibly large position, but especially with what I've been trying to work on lately. And I appreciate all the comments, guys, especially the comments about being a little over diversified and whatnot. I actually kind of saw that myself and was trying to figure out the best way to kind of even things out and put into perspective like what I'm trying to do with the portfolio. And so it helped me see things a little bit better, especially to dive in and look at some of the figures a little bit more. And so those 2 had to go. So now I've just kind of got the money in the account, figure out what I'm going to do with it here. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. So hopefully I can get it put into something good. So we continue down the spreadsheet here. Realty, just this past week, it was pretty well on sale. I think it dipped down to about the $51 range. So didn't add much. It was just the 0.386 share there. ABR, as well as the Pepsi here. Well, ABR, this was mostly the drip from the dividend payment. So I didn't add anything out of pocket on that one. Pepsi, just the 0.104 shares, just adding for the goal. A Johnson & Johnson, this was more of a cost basis play. I think it was only like $10, $15 worth, so not a lot there. Colgate Palmolive, just adding for the goal for the year. So I want to up that position as well. Starbucks, this was from the drip, the 0.088, so no money out of pocket this time. Vici was in the same boat as O Realty. You know, some of the REITs got hit kind of hard this week, so I decided to add about a half a share there, just bring that cost down a little bit. Walmart, the 0.016 was just from the drip, and then I added $25 into Apple. I'm going to try to just add $25 into Apple every 2 weeks or so $50 a month, give or take, into Apple, and really try to increase the position there. So looking at the 365 history there, you guys can see what's red, what's green, so what's struggling, what's looking good for the year. And I'll make sure I blow these things up for you. You guys can see a little bit better. I know most of us probably watch a lot of these videos on our phones and whatnot, so the numbers can get a little small. So jumping over to the positions, see O is still kind of struggling, but last price was at 53, which, you know, like I said, I think at one point during the week, Monday, Tuesday, it was down to about 51 and some change. So for those looking to get into a position to know that was probably, at least in my opinion, a pretty good entry point. So Tesla's still kind of hovering where it's been, so not really losing a lot, but definitely not really gaining. So Johnson & Johnson still kind of just holds steady there, trying to pick up a little bit. Vici, you can see, has dipped into the red. You know, like I said, this past week with the REITs has been a little rough. Starbucks also just slowly recouping. It's had some issues, but at least it's getting closer to where my cost basis is. So at 83 a share, and it's currently at 80. So a little closer. Walmart and Apple. So $946 up on the account, or 5.39%. Kind of where I'm sitting. So as long as it's in the green, I'm happy. I'm just trying to keep add to it and move on. So it's everything there on the chart. At least I was slightly retracting back to the baseline here. Tesla is what it is. So coming over to the dividends, you see I finished the month out with $132.29. So basically about what, 60 cents I missed having an all-time high, so 60 cents off. So $132 in payments, not bad. So this last week would have received ABR here at $6.04, Starbucks 683, and Walmart at 102. So and you can see now I've dropped down to only 20 holdings. So maybe that number will change here in this upcoming week. Like I said, I do plan on possibly, well, I'll say for sure at least one. Whether I pull the trigger next week, we'll see. But at least on my mind, I have two. So we'll see if I get rid of them both, or what I'm going to do there. So you can see this next month here scheduled to receive 133. So hopefully that is true. Then it would obviously be a new high for the portfolio. So looking forward to next month, especially being that it's the quarterly payers here in June. So SCHD is scheduled to come in that month. Let's see, a total of 9 paychecks, I believe, that I'm scheduled to receive. So 132.29, one more month to go in this quarter. And so up to $585.23 on the year. Let's see, little by little, you get these quarterly payers. That should be the bigger spikes. So as long as those valleys in between there are kind of holding steady. Pie charts are up to date. This one here, you can see I added the cash position here, taking up about 7% of the portfolio here just from the recent sell-offs. So I haven't used any of that money on anything yet, so it's just sitting there. Let's see where I am for the goals. Altria Group still got a little bit. Just kind of interesting this last week. I don't think I added any Altria Group. I was kind of focusing on some of the other ones, especially with the down market in the first couple days of the week. So Colgate Palmolive still got a little way to go. Pepsi about 12 shares. So with the month ending here, we're starting June. 20,847 was where the account finished off for May. So you can see now getting a little closer to that $25,000 goal for the year, which I'm excited to see because we still have the back half of the year. We still got about 7 months left this year, starting with June here. So should be able to pick up the the money and then, hopefully go past it. So not gonna put the cart before the horse though. We'll celebrate once I get there. So quarter two so far, $253.63. So it's about 20% off of where quarter one was for this year. But we still have this entire month to go. So we'll see how that figure pans out once the month ends. So it should be in the positive. But you can see here each quarter just getting better and better and better. But you can see quarter one, quarter two, three, four here. The nice orange cadence up. So hoping the blue ones will continue to outshadow those. And then just the yearly figures. So $940.26 received into the account. This is total dividends so far since I've been doing this account. So all of last year plus the first 5 months this year. So an average of $62.68 per month. So hopefully this month I'll be able to break that $1,000 mark. So hopefully next week I'll be able to report some good news. Be a nice milestone to hit, the first $1,000 received into the account. So projected income, see obviously Tesla's still up there, not getting too excited there. Again, working on the focus here, so Ultra Group, Pepsi, I'm gonna get them up if I can get all those to hit that $200 line. But at first I'm really just trying to make the $100 mark. You can see being 60 cents off where the spike was here to this, or peak I should say. Does put the trend line going straight up, which is exactly what I want to see, especially coming into a quarterly month here where we're gonna hopefully get that up in here. So we'll see if I can get it to the 150 mark, but nonetheless it should be a higher spike this go around, so, or for this month. But anyway guys, that's what I've got for this week. Said 2 positions sold off, a couple things added, still got a few things on my mind that I'm planning on doing to the account. I do appreciate all your guys' comments. I do appreciate all the insight, all the wisdom you guys are helping me with. Gave me a lot of homework assignments, so I'm looking into a couple of different things that you guys have mentioned. But please continue to do so, because I like to use these videos, not just for me, but for everybody, the community as a whole, to try to share ideas so we can all learn and grow together. Hopefully get our portfolios where we all want them to be. So I do appreciate all that, guys, and really thank you. So I will catch you guys next week. Happy investing.